Państwo i Panowie, welcome to the ElevenLabs Summit and to Teatr Wielki. What an incredible venue. This is a place where advanced vocal techniques can send a single voice soaring above a full orchestra. The building is designed to send the sound reverberating around the room without affecting the clarity of the performance. It's a venue for the expression of ideas, emotions, and Polish identity. I can't think of a better place to gather together. Naprawdę wspaniale widzieć was tutaj wszystkich. I dobrze być z powrotem, skąd zaczynaliśmy. My co-founder Piotr and I grew up not far from here in suburbs of Warsaw. We met when we were 15 at Copernic 33rd High School. This is the picture of both of us here. And right around when this picture was taken, we immediately became best friends. And over the years, we studied, worked, competed, and traveled together. And honestly, we probably spent too much time together. Happily, the time is on our side, and we are still best friends. Back in 2022, when ElevenLabs was founded, most people in AR were focused on solving intelligence. But we've always believed that communication would become the limiting factor. You can build an intelligent system, but if your AI sounds robotic or interacts strangely, it won't be trusted or widely adopted by the people it is supposed to serve. Natural, human-like communication will be critical to unlock the immense benefits of AI, to break down language barriers, to make information and ideas accessible anywhere, to create completely new ways to interact with the technology around us. Our goal is to build AI that communicates at a human level across every channel and modality. And we tackle this problem at 3 levels: research, product, and deployment. We started our research with voice because that is where the gap between AI and human communication is most stark. It's also a hard technical problem. Beyond just words, it requires mastering the tone, emotion, and prosody of speech, and all the cultural nuances and back and forth of a human conversation. My co-founder, Piotr, built our first ever model right here in Warsaw. It was the first human-like voice model that was contextually aware, emotional, and actually crossed the uncanny valley of speech. Since then, we've been lucky to assemble the team of the best AI researchers in the world. And they've built full suite of the state-of-the-art models, ranging from transcription, orchestration, to dubbing and music. And today, I want to show you 2 new models. Both have new architectures and reach a level of performance that simply wasn't possible before. First, our new dubbing model, Dubbing V2. Many of you will know that we had the inspiration for ElevenLabs from watching foreign movies dubbed into Polish by a lector, where, whether it's male or female, every voice, every character, and every emotion is the same. And now we are a step closer to solving this with the first end-to-end dubbing model. Let's have a listen on a sample that we've worked with another company for their Super Bowl commercial, which now you will hear across few languages.
Another day in the finance department. Wait, did we pay this already? 6070 airfare, 6040 meals and entertainment. Paragony, raporty wydatków, faktury, zamówienia zakupu. Was ist das denn? WAN? Karten mit integrierten Richtlinien? Ausgaben reichen sich von selbst ein? Schauen Sie sich das mal an. Dobra, ale czy księguje automa? O! Naprawiamy to, czego w finansach najbardziej nie znosisz. RAMP. Finanse, które pokochasz.
Dubbing V2 solves one of the biggest problems in traditional AI dubbing: flat audio. Rather than generating a speech from a transcript, Dubbing V2 has a new fused architecture that allows it to condition on the original audio. And because the model can hear the original emotion, the original performance, it can bring that to that new language and emphasize that accordingly as well. This means that the automated dub is great quality, and you can edit it further to make it truly excellent. The second model I will show you, on behalf of my co-founder Piotr, is our new text-to-speech model, 11v4. This model has not been released yet. This is an exclusive preview. This is the first time we show these samples ever to anyone, and we'll hear it for the very first time.
Wow, so this is Warsaw.
This is Warsaw.
It feels, you know what? It actually feels old and new at the same time.
That's the city. It carries so much history, but it never stands still.
Right, yeah, you can feel that. Like everything here has a story.
It really does. The streets, the buildings, the music, even the silence between things.
You know, it just feels like the perfect place for a summit to talk about...
To talk about...
to talk about voices.
What kind of voices?
Well, you know, any kind of voice, like angry and dark, evil voices. Or voices that can change their accent to sound much more proper.
And definitely not robotic-type voices.
No, we're way past that now. In fact, our voices can even whisper, like they're telling a secret.
And even more impressive is changing the emotion at any given moment. To be or not to be, that is the question.
How about I serenade you? A whole new world.
Bravo. You know, these are voices simply on a whole new level, starting right here, right now, at ElevenLabs Summit, Warsaw.
Such an incredible range. You can control it. You can get emotions that you could never get before. And the level of quality from whispering to singing still will continue getting better. But you can get the idea of how incredible the voice can be. I'll show you another sample, this time a sample in Polish. And we'll see how that one sounds.
Cześć. Nie, zaczekaj. Daj mi sekundę. Dobra, już jestem. Wiesz, czasem zanim zacznę mówić, po prostu muszę poczuć, że ktoś słucha. A wy słuchacie? Pytam, czy słuchacie? Bo ja słyszę wszystko. Słyszę, kiedy sala milknie, kiedy ktoś wstrzymuje oddech, kiedy coś w środku drgnęło. Właśnie teraz. I właśnie o to mi chodziło. Ale to jest świetna zabawa.
This model gives you the extreme control over every line. The voice quality is incredible. The performance reaches a new level. And we can't wait for all of you to give it a try when it launches, just in a couple of weeks. Research is our foundation. But to apply AI out in the world, you need the full stack. And to help put our models to work, we deliver them in a comprehensive platform that can power millions of on-brand interactions across any organization. Within the platform, we have a set of interconnected products across agents, creative, and API, which all build on the same understanding of your audience, your brand, and your goals. 11 Creative is for content production. This is where your marketing team can design your brand voice, produce and localize full ad campaign across image, video, and audio, and scale that work into repeatable workflows. Or get a white glove audio service from our productions team who can help from production to create and quality check the perfect narration or localize that to other languages. 11 Agents is for building conversational experiences. This is where your product, operations, and support teams can deploy natural, human-sounding voice agents in over 70 languages with enterprise-grade security and control. It combines seamless orchestration, configuration, integrations, and monitoring in one place, and it's already powering 5 million agents, which handle 2.5 years of conversation in every single day. And of course, with each conversation, you learn more about your audience, so you can refine other parts of your customer or your fan engagement. One platform means one consistent, delightful brand experience across every customer touchpoint. From the marketing content that piques their interest, to the sales agent that onboards them, to the support agent who helps them troubleshoot. Perhaps let's look at a few specific examples to make this a little bit more concrete. Lead qualification. It's one of the most universal interactions in any commercial organization. But the reality is, the most prospects wait days for a response, and by then, their intent has cooled. With voice agents, the moment a prospect reaches out, they are in a live conversation. No website forms and no waiting. They can speak with a voice agent at any time of day across any language. And because this experience is seamless for the customer, they often share more information and can be matched to the right salesperson a lot quicker too. Beyond just available at the right time, we are also seeing agents move from reactive to proactive support. The shift is already happening in healthcare. Post-discharge check-ins, medication reminders, and screening follow-ups can happen at the right time in the patient's language without a human scheduler. An agent can text or call a patient to remind them about upcoming reservation, appointment, or ask how they are feeling. Something doctors simply just can do for everyone with the time that's available. And these are just two examples from myriad of interactions happening every day on ElevenLabs platform. But the last layer and the third layer is deployment. For established companies, there is a lot of messy, unglamorous work required to get AI into production on a mission-critical tasks. We recognized this early, and we've spent the last 4 years assembling an elite team of 4 deployed engineers to help you tackle legacy tech stack, build new workflows, create observability, implement change management, and so much more. Our FDEs embed deeply in your business, combining your domain expertise with our technology to help you deploy faster. And because they work directly with research and product teams, each deployment creates a feedback loop, which helps us improve reliability and optimize the models for your specific domain. And it also means that you get rare insight into what's coming next. Our FDEs are tightly coupled with the researchers building that next generation of AI audio models, some of which you've seen today, so we can help you get those solutions that scale and endure as technology advances. At ElevenLabs, we like to say, show, don't tell. And I've just done enough of telling, so let's jump together to an application. At previous summits, we've shown the future of e-commerce, where agents can help us navigate through a store and help us get the items in a lot better way. Then we've shown a future of citizen support, where all of you could access public services via voice without navigating through government hotline or navigating a website. And today, we are turning to travel. Many of you have traveled from all around the world to be here with us. So we wanted to make it easier for you to explore everything Warsaw has to offer. And we'll do this on a notional example of an agent across a tourism website. And now I know what you're thinking. Everyone uses their personal travel agent example, but no one has actually built it yet, and that's about to change. Last week, we signed a partnership with the Greek government doing exactly that, building voice agents for tourism. And soon, hopefully, we'll have a lot of help to plan your summer holidays. So let's switch over to the demo. Here is our travel agent. The travel agent has knowledge about how to speak with the speaker that will come, and is combined from a set of sub-agents, each of which can help you with different part of the flow. There's an agent that can help you understand what's the currency that's being used in Poland, how to get around. There's an agent that can help you discover different experiences across Poland, or help you with refunds or information about different schedules that you did. But without further ado, let's jump ahead and actually try to have a conversation with the agent.
Hi, welcome to Warsaw. I see it's your first time here. Can I help you plan your visit?
Hi, I just arrived. I have 1 day. What would you recommend I do? So now the agent will look through a lot of different options and propose them back to us.
With just 1 day, I'd recommend starting with a visit to the Old Town for its charming cobbled streets and historic sites. Then you could explore the Polin Museum to dive into Polish Jewish history. Does that sound like a good plan?
That sounds great, but my friend sent me this picture, and I would love to see it if you know where that is.
That's the National Theater in Warsaw. It's a fantastic spot for an evening of culture with opera, drama, or ballet. Would you like to know more about visiting or booking a performance there?
Yes, please. I would like to book a performance there.
Great choice! There's a ballet performance of Dracula available. Would you like to book tickets for that show?
Not for now, thank you. We've seen how incredible this experience can be. Immersive, quick, it could navigate through the website. I uploaded a picture and understood what the picture is and helped us out. But I've seen Dracula already. So together now, we'll create a version of the future of that experience, which is personalized to what we've seen before, to what we like, to help us navigate through the flow. And for that, we need two parts. First, we need authentication. We need the agent to know that we are logging into the website and that this is us calling in. You can do it through WhatsApp, you can do it through security questionnaires, you can do it for the login. And for ease, we already have pre-created templates for all of those functionalities. So you don't have to start from scratch. You can just pull off one of them to make that agent behavior a lot easier and authenticated. The second part we need is an agent that stores the information about us, has access to different experiences we've done in the past. What do we like? Did we enjoy that experience or did we not? And here, we've created a concierge agent. Concierge agent is similarly connected to a swathe of integrations behind the scenes. It has access to the Google Calendar to know my availability. It's access to WhatsApp and Gmail, so it can send us notifications or pull information, and Salesforce to record every time we visit to be able to bring that information back. I configured this agent to have Salesforce and WhatsApp, so the only piece that remains for us is to connect those agents together. So I'll go ahead and connect the agent, and that if we log in, and we are authenticated, then the agent will know to start the experience from the concierge. Of course, now that we have it connected, we need to actually publish that experience. So I'll publish this to a new branch. Okay, Warsaw Summit Demo. I'll publish. And the remaining step, the last step of the experience, is of course to now bring that live traffic to production so that when we call it, the right agent will answer. So I'll add a traffic split, we'll add the branch that we created, and we'll deploy it. Okay, so we have the agent. We'll now go back to the experience. Here. I will log into the experience. And we'll restart the conversation. Of course, ignore the prices. You can see a lot of 11s in there. These are all notional prices, and of course, our lucky number. We'll continue the trip, and we'll try to book the trip for me and a couple of friends.
Hey, Mati, welcome back. Should we get back to booking your trip to the National Theater?
Yes, please. Let's book it for me and my friends.
I know you've previously booked tickets for Dracula, so how about seeing Romeo and Juliet this time? It's still a ballet, but offers great variety to Dracula. And it is exactly the day when your friends arrive in Warsaw based on your calendar schedule.
That sounds great. However, the most important thing for me is that we sit together. Will you have anything available for us?
I found seats next to each other for the group of 4 on the 3rd of June in the stalls, which I know is your preference for the atmosphere of the show. Would you like to choose that option this time?
That sounds great.
Wonderful. I also recommend adding a Chopin recital to your itinerary. It's a great way to experience one of Poland's finest musicians and immerse yourself in the culture. Would you like to include that?
I haven't thought about this, but I think they will love it. So let's add Chopin recital to get a full immersive experience.
Great choice. The booking is processing in the background. While we wait, do you have any other questions about your trip?
We'll be traveling with Underground. What's the best way and station to get there?
The best way to reach the National Theatre by Underground is to take line M1 and get off at the Ratusz Arsena station. From there, it's just a short walk to the theater. Does that help?
That's perfect.
Your booking is complete. I've sent you the tickets via WhatsApp. You're all set for the show and the Chopin recital. Would you like to speak to the special guide for the theater?
That would be wonderful. Yes, please.
Hello, I'm Piotr Fronczewski, your special guide for the Teatr Wielki today. As someone who has graced that stage many times, I can tell you it's a magical place. Did you know that in 1969, the theater installed a moon ceiling with thousands of ceramic bowls? It creates a celestial effect and enhances the opera's acoustics.
It's true. It's completely surreal. Could you say it again in Polish?
Oczywiście. Witam, jestem Piotr Fronczewski, wasz specjalny przewodnik po Teatrze Wielkim. Jako ktoś, kto wielokrotnie występował na tej scenie, mogę powiedzieć, że to magiczne miejsce. Czy wiedzieliście, że w 1969 roku teatr zainstalował sufit księżycowy z tysiącami ceramicznych misek? Tworzy to efekt nieba i poprawia akustykę opery.
Dziękujemy. I'll pause here. How incredible. I always get chills when I hear Piotr Fronczewski's voice come at the end, and what an incredible venue to be in. We've just seen how incredible this experience can be. It's dynamic, fully personalized, and aware of who I am, so it can tailor it to the entire journey. It can navigate the web page for me and complete the full booking without intervention. No need to go through forms, through drop-downs. It can branch into two paths in parallel. So while I was having conversation, it can process information in the background and tell us about the experience or help us find the way to get there, solving a very common problem across customer journey. And it can move from one agent to another, and it can do this with incredible voices that immerse us in that experience. In our case, the voice was of Piotr Fronczewski, one of the Poland's most renowned actors. So many of us grew up hearing his voice, and he kindly gave us permission to use it today. In the future, we hope you'll be able to learn from and interact with many more incredible icons, exploring the subjects they know so deeply, just as we did today. With conversational AI, we are entering a golden era for the customer. And this future is not as far as it might seem. We are already working with ambitious companies to build these experiences for their customers. Deutsche Telekom, which is Europe's largest telco with over 250 million mobile customers, started working with us to power conversational agents across their customer support. But now, they are embedding the agents inside of their network so you can summon them directly for assistance or real-time translation during a call. MasterClass is known for democratizing access to expertise. Now they are going a step further by creating agents for their instructors, so you can talk with Gordon Ramsay about cooking or practice negotiation with former FBI hostage negotiator Chris Voss. And over 75% of customers who use the conversational experience choose to engage by voice. Here in Poland, LOT Airlines is building an AI agent to handle reservations and customer support, handing off to human agents as needed, and then looking to reinvent the full customer journey. And we are so proud to be working with the National Health Fund to roll out a voice agent for Centralna and Rejestracja that could prevent tens of millions of missed appointments each year and significantly improve access to healthcare for people across Poland. Look, it's always a proud moment to see the Polish organizations driving progress in their industries. And more broadly, over our lifetimes, this country has been through a remarkable transformation. Poland is now a $1 trillion economy on the cusp of joining the G20 and home to formidable engineers building some of the world's most important tech companies. Growing up in this environment gave us the ambition and the skills to push forward and build something new. And it's an honor to have incredible people from the government, Mr. President, Deputy Prime Minister, our families. And this is the first time we have the families of so many people and engineers across ElevenLabs here in the audience, including my mom and my dad. So it's a special moment. But now we are working with organizations across every industry to transform how they communicate with the people they serve. But we are only in the very early days of discovering what AI makes possible. We are heading into a time when we can expand the access to the world's best support and the best expertise, build incredible personalized experiences around our most important audiences, transcend language barriers, and amplify human potential. The ambition is there, the technology is advancing, there's so much more to build, and we are proud to be pulling this future into existence with all of you today. Thank you very much.